Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. This is your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video, we're going to be talking about the oldest pageant in the world and arguably the second most relevant pageant ever. Of course, you know, judging by the title, that we are talking about Miss World 2023, which will take place in India this upcoming December. Now, although we have a few months to go, some very strong candidates have already been crowned, some of them even since last year, so we have a lot to talk about. But of course, to know the final outcome of the competition, we need to wait for all of the girls to be crowned, as well as, you know, find out how they're going to perform during the actual competition. All of these comments are just personal opinion based on my own research, my observations, and the things that are available to us online. So, if you enjoy my assessment and find some sort of value in this video, don't forget to hit the like buttons that it gets recommended to more people, subscribe to the channel for more content like this one almost every single day, and don't forget to be part of the conversation in the comment section down below. I won't keep you waiting much longer. I will see you right after the intro with my top 12 early favorites for Miss World 2023. Get strong. Alright, so let's get started by talking about an emerging powerhouse in the world of pageantry. That is something that is definitely undeniable. Of course, I'm talking about Vietnam. The candidate's name is Nguyen Tran Nhi. I'm sorry about my pronunciation. I know that is definitely not the best. She's a 21 years old young woman, and she is currently a business administration student. Not only she was a clear front runner during her national competition, but she also managed to win the top model challenge within the competition. That already speaks volumes about her capacity and her looks. Her team and her surroundings really praise her pasarela skills, so her walk, as well as her comm skills. So after doing my research, I found out that she is really into sports activities as well as marine environmental issues. So I'm guessing that this is going to be part of her Beauty with a Purpose project. So we'll find out more about her in the upcoming weeks. Now let's talk about the 11th spot on the list, which goes to Miss France. Her name is Clémence Bottineau. I'm sure that a lot of you guys remember her from Miss Universe 2020. Not only she got to represent France at Miss Universe, but also she managed to crack the top 10 at Miss Universe. This is not an easy feat, and it speaks volumes about what this woman is capable of. Now, this time around, going to compete at Miss World, Clémence is already 25 years old of age, and of course she has continued her advocacy all throughout the years after Miss Universe. She's really into promoting education as the key to success for the youth. She is also pursuing a master's degree at the moment in art history at Sorbonne University in Paris. So the woman is not only talking the talk, she is also walking the walk. At number 10 on my list, we have Spain, the beautiful Paula Perez. Paula is a doctor who is currently following her first year of residence. I mean, there's something really at Miss World that for some reason they really attract, you know, high caliber girls in terms of education, in terms of skills, and Paula really doesn't stay behind. For quite some time, she has been working with the Little Wish Foundation, where she offers not only her time, but also she works hand in hand with the people of the organization to make kids with serious illnesses as happy as they can be. Also, because of the fact that she's a doctor, you know, this is something that is really close to her profession. It comes across as being really authentic, and I think that Paula could be really an authority, a reference in her field, especially with the support of an organization such as Miss World. So I really hope to see her go far in this year's pageant, and I cannot wait to see how she's going to perform. Going to number 9, we have the beautiful Australia. Her name is Kristen Wright, and she is 24 years old. Now, I'm gonna have to read a little bit for Kristen because her resume is quite impressive, so I really want to make sure that I get it right. So she hails from Mornington, Victoria. She is currently studying biomedical science to pursue a career in pediatric speech pathology. She is also a scuba diving instructor with over 36 certifications and was one of the youngest instructors to be certified in Victoria. If that isn't impressive, I don't know what to tell you. Working hand in hand with the Miss World Australia organization, so Kristen has been able to launch her Beauty with a Purpose project, which is called Educate Resuscitate, which involves traveling to indigenous communities, youth centers, and schools to teach basic first aid, water safety, and marine ecology. One thing that I really love about Miss Australia is how she dips into different fields when it comes to her advocacy and the audiences that she wants to reach. It's not something that feels, you know, just laser focused on one topic. And for me, this is an opportunity to reach more people, to gain more visibility. And I'm sure this is something that Miss World could benefit from. No shade. At number 8 on the list, we have the beautiful Indonesia. Her name is Audrey Vanessa Susilo. She is 22 years old and she actually just completed her bachelor's degree in accounting and finance at Monash University. She is also currently continuing her master's degree in banking and finance at Monash University in Australia. She founded alongside her friends her own non-governmental organization which focuses on saving coral reefs and reviving the economy and the potential of traditional fishermen in the outer islands of Indonesia. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. I must say that I see kind of a trend of a lot of queens in different pageant systems, not just Miss World, gravitating towards environmental advocacies, Miss Earth, because of how relevant it is in today's world, in today's society. It gives a lot of credibility to the girls. Also, I would like to add that this girl, coming from the system of Putri Indonesia, we know that she has some of the best people behind her on her team. I have so much love and respect for Putri Indonesia. So I am sure that Audrey is going to do amazing at Miss World. I mean, crossing fingers, right? Moving on to number 7 on the list, we have to talk about the tiny but mighty country of Trinidad and Tobago, and their representative for Miss World 2023 is Aceh Abrahams. She is 23 years old and she is considered a creative artist, a mental health advocate, and a social activist. That's a really, really interesting mix. Especially, I feel like sometimes we don't see enough girls in pageantry from the world of creativity. So I'm really happy with her background so far. She is a graduate of St. Joseph Convent and completed an acting program at the Identity School of Acting in London. Oh, so she has been in London, has some background, so probably really understands the culture and the origins of Miss World. She works as a model and is the marketing/social media manager for her family's construction company. Okay, so far she has been keeping it with the family, you know, in terms of the employment and all of that. I think that she's beautiful. And again, Trinidad and Tobago is a country that we really cannot overlook. Some people say, you know, it's just like a tiny country. No, Trinidad and Tobago is a powerhouse, if you ask me. Okay, so let's keep an eye on her. At number 6 on the list, we have none other than Philippines. Of course, we're talking about Gwen Furniol, who was crowned as Miss World Philippines last year. Gwen is such a lovely human being. I actually have met her several times. I had the opportunity to interview her here for the channel. And all I can say is that she is pure kindness. There's no other way to describe it. She is so sweet. She is so talented. She is so committed to her cause. And I am really, really looking forward to see her performance because I've been able to witness firsthand how much work, time and effort and finances and everything she is putting into her preparation. In terms of her Beauty with a Purpose project, she is working on a project called Bridge the Gap, Build the Future. Through this advocacy, Gwen is working hard with different stakeholders to raise funds and gather resources to make the ERDA Foundation a reality. So this is a very ambitious project that Gwen has, which involves, you know, getting quality education and getting resources to underprivileged communities in the Philippines. So I heard that she was doing, you know, a lot with her team, going as far as like trying to build an actual like library for the kids or school. We're talking about a really developed project. So all of my love and respect goes to Gwen. And as I said, I really cannot wait to see her on the stage of Miss World 2023. Moving on to number 5, we have Colombia. Of course, her name is Camila Pinzon. She is 26 years old and she was born in Duitama. I mean, Colombian girls, you already know, they sound like beauty. Actual perfect women internationally. And Camila is really no exception. I really like the fact that she is multilingual. She can speak fluently in Spanish, English, French, and Italian. She also has an undergraduate degree and a master's degree in international business and marketing at the Sorbonne University in Cambridge University. And ever since her coronation, she had dialogues at the United Nations discussing around education and the rights of the children, which is also a part of her Beauty with a Purpose project. She also went to Kenya in January to talk about education for children. So you can see that not only, she's beautiful, she's educated, she has all of the potential, but at the same time, she has been really, really working hard on the advocacy, not just nationally, but also going internationally. So already giving me Miss World vibes in terms of the scale of her ambitions for her project. So I really love that and I really respect it. At number 4, let's talk about Miss India, Sini Shetty. Just like some of the girls on this list, Sini was actually crowned last year. However, she will represent India at Miss World in 2023, this upcoming December. She was born in Mumbai. but she later moved to Karnataka. She also holds a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance, brains. Currently, Sini is pursuing a chartered financial analysis, which is a post-graduation course. She is also a trained dancer. And to be honest, my humble opinion is that her strength is just her character, her personality, her likability, her relatability. Not only she is stunning, but she is so eloquent. I would listen to this woman for hours, and I really love to see all of the work that she has been putting in since her crowning. Again, I think that it's not just about the looks, but also the personality and the talent that she has to make people gravitate towards her. She voices advocacy for gender equality and women's empowerment. So what else do you want? Beauty, brains, commitment, likability, and purpose. There you go. Officially, we are getting into the top 3. We have Miss Turkey, Nursena Say. Judging by the photo, you can see the beauty already, so let's talk about her background. As an advocate for education and women's empowerment, she uses her platform to create awareness about important social issues. Nursena is 24 years old, and she is actually an architect who just graduated from the Mimarsinan Fine Arts University. She stands 180 centimeters tall. To be honest, I didn't get deeply into her national pageants because, as you can imagine, there's so many different pageants, and I cover different systems, not just Miss World pageants, of course. But based on the looks and based on some of the, different segments that I got to see, she was definitely a standout for me. So I can see the potential. Usually Turkey is kind of a country that gets to be overlooked in pageantry. So I'm really happy to see not only the potential right there, but also the fans' response to her. I think that she has been welcomed really, really warmly into this community. So I cannot wait to see how she will perform and if she will be able to deliver, actually live up to the expectation during Miss World 2023. Let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about her? At number 2 on the list, we have none other than Czech Republic. Her name is Kristina Piskova, and oh my god, let's talk about her. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was actually going back and forth with Kristina and my number 1 pick because I was hesitating who I should put at number 1. Ultimately, I settled for number 2 for Czech Republic. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. Let's get into her background. She stands a towering height of 181 centimeters. She's almost as tall as myself. So that's definitely impressive. 23 years old. She has studied law from Charles University, business administration from MCI Innsbruck. She currently lives in Prague and works for a charity of which she has been a member for a few years and is dedicated to educating children in underprivileged families in third world countries. Kristina wants to display her diligence, consistency, and perseverance. And she also has mentioned that competing at Miss World is one of her lifetime dreams. So look at you, Kristina, living your dreams. All I can say is that facially speaking, I think that she's one of the most beautiful contestants this year. She is definitely up there. I mean, quite literally in my top 2. But when I combine her background, her education, the work that she has been doing, I really feel like she is the whole package, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her win the entire thing. Now, let's go ahead and talk about my number 1 pick, which I think that a lot of you guys might expect or might be surprised by. So the lady who stole the number 1 spot from everyone else, at least on this particular Miss World prediction list, is Miss England, of course. Her name is Jessica Gahen, and she was considered a fan favorite during her national competition where she competed against 30 other delegates. Not only she stands out obviously because of her facial beauty, red hair, which is not as common in pageantry. We don't get to see as many girls. Sometimes we have like 1 per pageant, sometimes none. So I'm really happy to see a redhead doing really, really great in pageantry. But she is also young and full of potential. She is 26 years old of age, is a model, and an aerospace engineering student at the University of Liverpool. Remember when I told you about the Miss World girls just being on a whole different level in terms of the education? Living proof. However, her journey towards becoming a beauty queen has not been an easy one. Jessica has talked about getting her self-confidence back following her difficult teenage years at secondary school where she was bullied a lot. At school, the bullies will punch her, spit on her, and even burn her because of her hair color. As I told you earlier, it's not as common to see redheads in pageantry. Well, it's the same thing in society. It's not as common, and sometimes people who look different tend to be easy targets for bullies. And, she's just opening up about her story here on this platform. She mentioned that she will go as far as eating her lunch in the toilet just to avoid the bullies. It must have been horrible. But look at her now. as an empowered woman representing an entire nation at one of the most important beauty pageants in the world. So all of the people who told her that she was not beautiful, that she was not enough, that she looked different from everyone else, they must be really eating their own words. Putting that aside, I also have to mention that Miss World is based in England and they haven't won a title for themselves in almost like what? Decades? It's been like since the 80s, I believe. So I think it's time for a Miss England to take the crown back home, and I think that someone like Jessica would not only stand out but be a magnificent title holder for the organization. All right, that's enough of me talking. Let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about my topics, my comments, feedback, anything that you want to express, just leave it down below. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video so that it gets recommended to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on my new uploads. If you want more content like this one, make sure to check out this video to find out who my early picks for Miss Universe are. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Mwah.